This lake is cold as snow, hard as gold, deep as home. And I tell you to leave it alone, to forget your soul, to find your way home. And all is here to stay. It all is hiding away.
Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, everybody. Sandy, good morning. Mountain Mush Fest coming up, Sandy. You guys got to be getting awfully excited. Cannot wait to see you guys. Good morning, Smolders and Lee and Rebel. Cinnamon Girl. RX, good morning. Jimmy Max and use Reddit for learning. That's me. Eric Badgie. Sandy, you're ready? Already ready. That's amazing. Use Reddit for learning. Very cool. Kelly. Kelly's ready. Good morning, happy friends. Good morning, Slingster. Slingy, I saw your video with your little UV cakes. Rebirthed, as you call it. Mushmouth. Slow. Shasta, beautiful lady. Kimberly the Golden Bolden. Hey, give me a couple of thumbs up for the music this morning. We'll discuss it later. Don't discuss it now. Just listen.
And the trees are
There's Jesus Christ.
waving by, whispering through the wind.
Whispering through the window.
Quiet night, quiet as
Good morning,
night.
JT. Backwoodsy back. Kim said it's okay. Pops, the music's too loud. Okay?
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness, and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Oh, you fill my head with pieces.
See, I could read the lyrics on my side.
Song I can't
I'm not
get
showing you
out.
guys. I could read the lyrics.
Can I be close to
you.
you?
Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you? That's what she's saying.
Can I
Take you to a moment where the fields are painted gold and the trees are filled with memories of the feelings never told.
when the evening pulls the sun down
Very cool.
and the day is almost through?
Can you hear it better now?
Oh, the whole
You like that,
world
Penny
is
Cat?
sleeping.
God, what a pretty song.
My world is you. Can I be close to you?
Can I be close to you?
Can
Can I
I
be close to you? Ooh. Who's close to each other here? There's a bunch of closies here. Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you? Be close to you. Let's get this out. First thing this morning. Can I be close to you? Gosh, I feel good today. I'm not even joking. What a gorgeous, mellow start of our morning. Daddy, let's be close. I'm close to you. You're one of my close friends. You've become a very good friend of mine. Daddy's already written to me this morning. I think he's coming by this afternoon to help us set up a shelf, perhaps, if he works that out. Can you imagine how close we've become since we met at a Mush Fest? Speaking of Mush Fest, let's meet a whole bunch of people at Mush Fest this year in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Mountain Mush Fest is coming up. I think that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see all my new friends and old friends there. 14 days, Sandy. Whew. Give me 5 thumbs up for the music this morning. Give me 5 people. 5 people said, Pops. We'll discuss that here in a second, but we have something else to do. We have something else to do. Did you guys like this pretty music this morning? Gosh darn it, it's better than opera. Right, Carlotta? Carlotta, is this better than opera? Love the music, Pops, and love you. That's so sweet of you, backwoods. Carlotta, just weigh in on this one for me, would you? Is this better than opera? For me, it is. I guess, if you were born in Spain in 1500s, you'd like opera, but not me, not too much. Let's get this out. Let's get this first thing out, okay? Oh my God, way better, Carlotta said. Mom Badger says, well, most music is. Oh, I gotta throw some opera in though. We gotta give it its space. We've gotta give it its due. We have to respect it all. Carlotta, you're so cute. Okay, wait. Let's get the morning started. We have a lot of work to do today. Okay, listen. Give me 5 people right now. 5 people is all I ask. Oh, geez. Are we live? Okay, maybe. Now we are. Give me 5 people. That's all I ask. I love Puccini. Okay. I think I like him too. Is the background music okay? Little death music to wake up to. Jesus Christ, you're a crazy dude in Australia. I'll respect it from a distance, but a really long distance. Ready for work today. I'm not even joking. I've already spent 10 minutes goofing around here. We're going to give some stuff away, and we got a lot of learning. Pop stacked up this much learning for us to do today. This is Learning Thursday, okay? Learning Thursday. We just get your learning cap on, put it on, get it ready, because you are going to have stuff put in and put in and put in today, okay? We got all kinds of stuff to put in. Let's get started first. I want groups 1, 2, and 3. You guys are going to choose. You guys know how this game works. Whoever, we're going to get it down to one group, and then the winner of that group is going to get a Pops special laminated flow chart and a Pops pack just to start the day off. Then there's still 3 more giveaways. We gave one of these away yesterday to Nat. Should I read her letter? Should I read her letter to me? Do you guys want me to read the letter? from Nat. It's the cutest thing you ever saw. Don't think you're gonna cry. You're not. You're gonna go like this for Nat. This is what we'll do right before we do this. Remember, Nat won yesterday. She's so cute. You guys are supposed to, if you win, you're supposed to send me your address, right? You're supposed to send me your address over to this guy, which you guys have been doing a phenomenal job of. Everybody's doing it. It's beautiful. You guys are doing it. But Natalie, where is it? I go to open up what the address is from Natalie. Natalie, I think, oh, okay, this is going to be the email from Natalie sending me her address so I can send her that card. Listen to this. Hey, Pops. I just got home a bit ago and I was rewatching the video from this morning. Well, first of all, how cute of you. Who rewatches the video? I mean, that's adorable. Okay, she's rewatching the video after getting home from a long day's work. Okay, and now she's going to send off her address. Jamie says I do. Penny does too. You guys are crazy. You weirdos. I love you guys. I do. Good, good. I love that. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, I do too. Okay, I got home a bit ago. And I was rewatching a video from this morning, because I've rewatched several. Then listen to this. This is honesty coming out. Pouring out impeccably. I missed somehow that you said group 2s only, and I guessed group 1. But the live chat isn't showing. You said 2s a few times too. I'm so sorry. I just heard the clues and I put my answer in. So I should not have guessed. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little tired this week and I'm getting ready for work, and obviously I just didn't pay attention. If you want to give this gift away again this week, I totally understand. And I hope your day has been a good one. Well, I wrote her back. And I said, I already mailed it off to you because I had her address. But you owe me 2 now. You send it back with something with a fine. You owe a fine. Do you guys think that's what I wrote back? Send it back double. You kidding me? You congratulate her for such honesty and kindness. Keep that stuff. Are you kidding me? That's so sweet. You guys remember that. You remember that you're spotted when you're impeccable. Give her a shakedown, Lisa. Don't let her out of the house without shaking her down. Okay? So, let's try to stick. Okay, absolutely, Penny, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't double fine her and get all upset and say, send it back. I shouldn't have done that. You probably send her another one. April. How did you know? How did you know she got a double up? I wasn't even going to tell you until April spotted it. Okay. So groups, can we pay attention this time, Nat? Nat, pay attention. Okay, and if you don't, just write me an apology letter and you get double. Okay, it works. Groups, you guys ready? April, that was a good one. You guys ready? We're gonna do groups. Okay? So this is gonna be which one weighs the most. Which one weighs the most? Let me show all 3 to you before you start throwing numbers out. Okay? You can only guess once, and whoever gets into the correct group will move on into the final prize round. Okay? Okay, laugh my Nat, you're so cute. Thank you for letting me rat you out. Okay, number one. Here's number one. This is a bunch of ghosts. Did you know a group of ghosts is called a fright? A fright of ghosts. That's a pretty cool name for a herd, a pack, a family. So you'll get a fright of ghosts, number one. The second fright looks like this. That's number two. That's a cool name, right? Exception they call them a fright. A fright of ghosts. Number three. Number three. Go ahead and vote. Which is the biggest fright? Which is the heaviest fright? Number one, two, or three? Okay, can we see the sides? Nope, that's all I'm gonna show you, JT. One, two, or three? You guys are picking which fright. And whichever this is fun. Oh, we could do this for the rest of the day. Stop reading stuff at us, Pop, and just do games. One, two, or three? You guys haven't even seen what you get to do. Oh, this is going to be fun too. Okay, is everybody's vote in? Everybody have their vote in? Everybody have their vote in? No, Claire's just going for the whole shebang. Kind of tricky, Claire. Okay, here I'm going to tell you the answers. Number one was 3.85. 3.85 grams. Do you realize that's an eighth of a gram? I mean, eighth of an ounce. Over an eighth. This is going in someone's prize box today. 3.85 is number one. Number two. Number two. 3.61. I guess twos are out today. If you picked a two, you're out. Because we already know number one's bigger, right? So the only thing that could possibly beat number one right now is number three. So is number three bigger than number one? Twosies, you're out of here. Onesies and threesies. Threesies, you're a 3.51. Sorry, you gotta sit down. 3.51 threes, outie. So onesies, you're in. If you're wearing a onesie today, you're in. Okay? Now you know, unless you're really not paying attention to that, you know if you said a 1, 2, or a 3. Okay? So, are onesies ready? Are the onesies ready? I'm going to do something we've never done here at Tea with Pops before. Okay? Give me, of the people that can't play, say, Pops, do something tricky to them. Do something tricky to them, something you've never done to them before. Set them up good, Pops. Okay? No, JT, don't say good luck. Say trick them hard. Shut them up, Pops. Okay? Get them. All right? Go get them, Pops. Pops throwing them a curve, Matthew. Okay, here we go. Onesies? Onesies, are you ready? We've never done this one before. We always do top tens. We do what am I, who am I's, where am I's. This is going to be riddle me good. Riddle me good. Put some stank on it, RXS. That's cute. Riddle me good. Okay? The first person to answer the riddle. The first person to Kim. Okay? First person to answer the riddle will get the whole situation that we've been talking about. Okay? Get ready for the riddle. Penny, how come Pops hasn't done riddles before? Okay? This is going to trick him. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world? Go, onesies. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world? Onesies only. Spiritual got it. Spiritual got it. Mount Everest. Of course. Mount Everest. It hadn't been discovered yet, but it was still the highest, and he was the fastest thumbs in town. Spiritual, good job. Right behind him was Sandman. Right behind him was Sandman. Okay, was that tricky? Did I get you? Oh, not really. I didn't get spiritual, that's for sure. I didn't get him for a second. Spiritual, you're getting nice try, Pops. Spiritual says, not me, buddy. Okay, we got this guy going out to you, and we get a Pops pack's gonna be in there. I hope they don't get smashed on the way there, but we're trying. Okay? Give me 10 people. 10 people say riddle was okay. Yeah, he got it fast, but it was fun to do a riddle. Okay, spiritual, I need your address. Send it to me, please, over at fungi2u.com. Okay? Was a riddle fun? Awesome. Look it up. Okay. That was different, right? We gave you a triple pack to set you up. Now we're going to give these away. So let's get these out of here today. Okay? We don't need these in here. Those are a waste of time here. Okay. Let's do this. I want to read something that I believe is it Kimberly's? Who sent this to me? Riddles make me think. Do you guys want to do a couple more riddles today, or were they too easy? Cinnamon Girl, was that too easy? He got it on the very first one. Usually at least top 10, it takes a couple. Was that just a little too easy? Should I find a harder riddle? I have a bunch of them here. Should I do more riddles today? Top 10s, who am I's, what am I's? You guys decide. Listen to this. This is more riddles. How come I haven't done riddles before? Riddles are kind of cool. They make you think. The trick with riddles, though, sometimes you've heard it before. You didn't even get it yourself, but you heard it. And you're like, oh, I know that one. Okay? Okay. I'm 50-50 slingy. Let me read this to you guys real quick. This is today's morning message. We talk about wanting to be close to each other. You want to talk about being close to each other. And that's what we are here. We're pretty darn close to each other. We tell each other a lot of truths. Then we have people like Nat that are going to, I can't afford to be less than impeccable with this group. I got to tell the truth. I was in the wrong group. And we look at her and go, we do it once in a while too. Thanks for telling us. That draws people close. Find someone who will help relieve the anxiety and not add to it. Someone who will help you ease off the stress and depression, not give you more of it. Someone who soothes the soul, who helps soften up the world a bit, not add to its hard edges, who will make your problems just a little bit more bearable, more tolerable. Someone who makes everything easier on your heart, on the mind, and on your soul. Those are the kind of people you need. The ones who will help you when you need help the most. The ones who will make the sun feel warmer than it is. The ones who give love without effort. Find them. Follow them. Love them. You need them more than you think. It's written by an R.M. Drake. You need them more than you think. Find them, follow them, and love them. Follow you too. It's a circle. Nature is a circle. It's not a straight line. Just remember that. The guy that thinks he's the leader, this should be at the back of the pack. Nature is a circle. It's cyclical. It is not a straight line. There are no straight lines in nature. Our egos go a straight line. Oh, I gotta be young, John. No. The best leader servant. Cares more about everything else. And you don't have to be the capable one. You're the one that motivates people to be the best they can be. It's not about you. It's about them being the best they can be. That's beautiful. Good stuff. Music. Music. What kind of music are we playing today? The genre. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Fibonacci sequence, you're absolutely right, bro. Okay? You're 100% right. No straight lines in nature. Nature is very mathematical. Ugh, I hate math, but it's very mathematical. What kind of music are we playing here? Oh my gosh, who's the first person to say? Boom. The very first one to come up is Unrested Civilian. Unrested Civilian, and it's folk music, and he is correct. He nailed it. Unrested Civilian is getting the first prize package of today. Unrested Civilian. They call it folk music. Best of Folk Music 2020. Okay, so I picked some that you guys wouldn't really recognize, like John Denver or Bob Dylan or The Obvious. But this is folk music. I'm going to read just a couple of things about folk music so we can teach each other. Okay? This is what I found out about folk music this morning. Okay? What is considered folk music? Does anybody want to know? Give me 5 people if this is at least interests you. Or am I telling you guys a bunch of stuff you don't care about? Do you guys want to? I think you do, but I don't want to bore you. Okay? A little bit of something about folk music. Unrested wants to know for sure because he's an expert now. Okay? Folk music. Queens, I would like to know actually. Okay? There's a lot of protest in folk songs, you're right, Lee. Folk music is a type of traditional and generally rural music that originally was passed down through families and other small social groups. Typically, folk music, like folk literature, lives in an oral tradition. It is learned through hearing rather than reading. What are examples of folk songs that we know? Scarborough Fair, you know that Simon & Garfunkel song? Green Sleeves, Early One Morning, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. You know that song. That's considered a folk song. Kalinka, Auld Lang Syne. I didn't know that. I would have thought that was more like a nursery. I don't know, but that's a folk song. Oh, Danny Boy. That's a folk song. That's pretty interesting. Give me a couple of characteristics of folk music, Pops. It was transmitted through oral tradition. Woody Guthrie, there's a great example, JT. It was transmitted through an oral tradition. The music was often related to a national or a local culture. They commemorate historical and personal events. The songs have been performed by custom over a long period of time, usually several generations. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to just read 5 more, 6, just a couple more folk songs to you. This Land Is Your Land, Woody Guthrie. We know that one. Blowing in the Wind, Bob Dylan. Absolute favorite of mine. Bob Dylan's in my top 5 artists of all time. So, hugely influenced by Woody. City of New Orleans by Steve Goodman. If I Had a Hammer. That's a great song. Pete Seeger. Where Have All the Flowers Gone? The Kingston Trio. Early Morning Rain. Gordon Lightfoot. And then Leonard Cohen. Are you kidding me? I should be playing Leonard Cohen right now. Leonard Cohen, Suzanne. Oh, And his hallelujah? Are you kidding me? Anyways, that's our folk music. Unrested Civilian. You, my friend. You, my friend. Excuse me. Won the first box of today. Thank you. Was that good? Is that interesting? I love learning about this music genre with you guys. We'll do another genre tomorrow. We'll pick one more rando genre tomorrow. We'll play it in the background and we'll learn about it and we'll do a little contest about it. How's that? Give me 5 people that say, that sounds good. We got about half an hour left, so we're going to go through a bunch of stuff real quick. Yeah? That sounds fun to me. It's more fun because I can sit back and take about an hour and read all this stuff and say, what am I going to show? And man, it's beautiful to learn. Gosh, it's beautiful. Affirmation card for my friend. I am at peace with my age. This might have been Pop's card. I am at peace with my age. Right, Lee? Let's be well-rounded. Let's learn. We're going to learn 5 genres this week. And we'll do a little summary on Friday of which ones we covered. But it was rhythm and blues, right? And then we did dance. And then we did, I'll have to look it up. I have it written down. We have a lot. We're learning. I am at peace with my age. Each age has its own special joys and experiences. Hip hop, there you go, Aaron. I am always the perfect age for where I am in life. And I remember being 18 and saying, I can't wait till I'm 40. I was like, what? No, don't hurry, kids. Don't hurry. We have a beautiful, this is not a rejecto. These aren't rejects. Today is not Whack Thursday. This is a beautiful, and we've come up with sort of a new packaging on these so you can see the whole thing. I am not only the age I am, but every age I ever was. That's good, Lee. So we have this beautiful apple crisp, and then we have this 3.51 grams. Okay, whoops Wednesday. That was good, Kelly. I should have said whoops Wednesday. Except Whack had something to do with hip hop, right? So you're getting an eighth of the finest ghosts in town, along with an apple crisp. A rather, it's just nice. I don't need to say anything more. I just need to learn how to close the darn box. Okay? Well, I'll figure that out afterwards. Okay, Unrested. You must get me your information, please. So get me your information so I can get this box out to you ASAP. Thank you. History class. Rando history. You guys ready? You guys ready for some rando history? 5 people. Rando history. You know I'm not going to go away this week without doing rando history. We talked about it. Okay? Rando history. Just a couple of little historical facts, and then we shoot over to the other books, the real books. Rando history. Blanche Kelso Bruce. Who was Blanche Kelso Bruce? Who the heck was that? I have never heard of Blanche Kelso Bruce before I read it on this page. Studying history is my favorite subject, besides theology. I love studying the history of religions. Blanche Kelso Bruce. Next time you have a $2 bill that was printed in, say, 1880, take a look at the signatures on it. One of them belongs to a Virginia native who started life as a slave and became a prosperous landowner and a United States senator. Blanche Kelso Bruce was born in 1841 and worked as a field hand. When the Civil War began, Bruce escaped. He eventually settled in Missouri, where he organized the state's first school for African Americans. In 1869, he moved to Mississippi, where he held a series of political offices. In 1874, he became the first African American to be elected to a full term in the U.S. Senate. As a senator, Bruce investigated banking scandals and advocated economic aid for freed slaves. And he helped obtain a levee system and railroad projects for Mississippi. Is this dude a stud or wait a minute? In 1880, Bruce was appointed Registrar of the U.S. Treasury, where his duties required a facsimile of his signature on U.S. currency. He was also a lecturer, a writer, and an educator. Bruce died in 1898, having left his name in American history and on a lot of money. Never heard of him before. I'm in love with this guy. First African-American to become a senator. Started an African-American school. Became the guy that's his name's written on the bills that we were using. Man. Tells you can do this. That's pretty inspirational, too. I'll tell you one more. Yeah, I got a bromance with him now, April. Tell us your family name, 2K Faye. I can't believe I've never heard of them either, Sling. So why do they hide that stuff from us? Or do they? Why isn't it more published? Makes you kind of get mad at the history books if you want to, but I'm not going to get mad. But, huh? Really? We get it. We get it. We're not dumb. We know who wrote those history books and what color they were. We know. We don't have to talk about it. Right? We know. Bunch of propaganda. Let's talk at this rando fact. Okay, we know. It could get you upset if you choose to, but we don't get upset. We know. We're aware. We're aware. We walk through it with awareness. I got that one. Click. I get it. Now I need to give that guy all the honor and due Blanche Bruce, what a dude. Hairstyles and hookers. Hairstyles and hookers. Like most major conflicts, the Civil War gave birth to a number of new terms that are still part of the American language. You're welcome, Faye. One of them came from the hairstyle of a Union general who wore whiskers down the front of his ears and along his jawline, but not as a full beard. His name was Ambrose Burnside, and his whiskers became known as sideburns. We all knew that one, but it's still kind of neat. Sideburns came from General Burnsides. Another Union general, Joseph Fighting Joe Hooker, became known for the large number of prostitutes that hung around his army while it was in the Washington area. They were jokingly called Hooker's Division. Although Hookers was already a term for ladies of the night, the general helped nationalize it and ensure its lasting place in our language. Thanks, General Joe. That was a good one. Couldn't you be a little more impeccable than that, bro? Like your last name is now the prostitutes. General Joe, you could have done better. Okay, that's my opinion. I like the Bruce guy. I like the Bruce guy a little better than the General Joe guy. Call me crazy. Okay, call me crazy. I don't think the Bruce guy. How come the prostitutes aren't called Bruces? How come they're not called Bruces? Think about it. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. You guys ready for this one? Look at those sexy Bruces Saturn says. Oh yeah. Woo! Look at those. Man, that's a hot Bruce. Okay. Stop. Sorry, you guys. Sorry about that. Some of them are Bruce's today. Badgie, stop it. Off subject. Off subject. Come back. There we go. All right. We're doing a giveaway. We did most famous folk singers. Most famous folk singers. And we picked, there's 8 on this list. I picked 1 off the list. Famous folks. We're still on the folk singer situation. Name me a famous folk singer that I picked off this list. Going out with the Bruce, honey. Yeah. Bob Dylan. Ed in Texas. John Denver. Cat Stevens. I love Cat Stevens. I love Cat Stevens. Odetta, Bob Dylan, John Denver, Neil Young, Phil Oakes, Pete Seeger, Arlo Guthrie. He's great too. Bob Dylan, John Denver. Donovan was good. Muddy Waters, Neil Young. You guys are coming up with some great ones. Dolly Parton is certainly a folk singer. You know what? They don't even have a girl in the top 10, top 8. Janis Joplin, Mamas and Papas, Joan Baez, Pete Seeger, Elliott Smith. You guys, you're going to be surprised when I say this one. You're going to be surprised. You're all going to go, oh yeah. The Byrds, Ondor, okay, Johnny Cash, Woodley. Johnny's good. Woody Guthrie, Jerry Garcia. Those are all good answers, you guys. Odetta, John Prine, Stevie Nicks. She could be considered. Shameful, Tracy Chapman. What a great voice. Indigo Girls, I loved when nobody even knew who they were. I had all of Indigo Girls albums at one time. Pete Seeger, Johnny Cash, John Prine, Lester Flack, Gordon Lightfoot. Gosh, I got you guys really good on this one. I got you. It's number 8 on the list. Okay, I'm just telling you out front. Charles Manson tried. He failed. John Denver, Joan Baez, Elliott Smith, Harry Chapin, Willie Nelson, Harry Chapin, Bob Dylan, Woody, Roy Orbison, LOL Slow, Bob Seger, Country Joe. I loved Country Joe and the Fish. And I saw them in concert. Neil Young, Harry Chapin, Johnny Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, Close, Lenny, oh, not really. There it is, Green Table. Jim Croce. Jim Croce. Come on. Come on, you guys. Of course it's going to be Jim Croce. Greenie. Greenie nailed it with the Jim Croce answer. You guys ready? No. Glenn Campbell would have been a neat answer, too. Simon and Garfunkel is number 1. Whoever said Simon and Garfunkel is number 1. That was the first one on the list. Second, Paul Simon. Third, Art Garfunkel gets a spot all by himself. Art Garfunkel gets a spot all by himself. I could have got you guys on that one all day long. Nobody would have said Art by himself. Okay, but he's number 3 with 57% of the vote. Okay, Bob Dylan. 4. Number 5, Peter, Paul, and Mary. Number 6, Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett. And number 7, James Taylor. Jimmy Taylor, come on, I love James Taylor. And number 8, Jim Croce. Okay? Was that fun? We got you pretty good. We got you pretty good. Jim Croce and I got you good. I love Jim Croce too. You, my friend, have an affirmation card. Okay? Don't you love every one of those I love? I guess I like folk music. Every single person on that list I like. Probably my least favorite's Jimmy Buffett, even though he's great. Okay? Every one of those on there. I'm not too sure about the list. Okay, Slingy, it says the most popular folk music artists in America. And then I just went for that. Okay? I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. Popped for 31 cents. There you go. You guys like the music? We're doing good with the music this week? I'm glad. Doesn't it make me feel good to know that you guys like what we're doing? We got an apple crisp going here for you. Okay, beautiful apple crisp. Perfectly made. Those are perfectly made. Perfectly made. And make sure that you get your information to me over here. Okay, Greenie? Greenie, that card's good for you. And then you're getting 3.61 grams. That's a lot. 3.61 grams of the world's very, very finest ghost. I personally claim the world's finest ghost right here. Okay? Going out to you, my friend. So give me that information so we can send this to Greenie on the green table. Let's do some reading. Because I read a bunch of other stuff this morning, we're not going to go into our spiritual book this morning, but we're going to get back into a little bit more information on mythology. Okay? And then we still have one giveaway we're going to do in about 10 minutes. But let's look at this. Do you guys remember the jar? You guys remember the jar? Spiritual, thank you. The ghosts are amazing. They are amazing. Look at, we're getting a little fruit coming up in there. And we just took and we put micropore tape over the top of that to create a filter. Okay? What do you think of that? See the little baby in there coming? This is so cool. Just want to keep you guys up to date on it. Has the background music been good today? Has the background spiritual? It's really fun. Has the background music been good today? You know, we've had students here the last couple of days, and I have all kinds of new test trays and stuff like that going. Oh, we also have the contest. I reset the contest. I can't believe so far 2 times now. So far, only guessed once, but so far nobody's gotten the number. It changed. The first contest was one number. Now it's just a little different because obviously I have either more or less dubs than I did that day. But I'm waiting on you guys to get that number. Heard it was better than opera. Okay, we were talking yesterday about workspaces. And we talked about using the propane torch and creating a little environment that you could work right underneath, right? That's the cheapy and quickie way to do it. You could do that out in the field if you needed to. You're out in the field and you have to do something real quick with a transfer, you can do that. Then there's the kitchen oven technique that we talked about, okay? Then there's clear trash bag. What do we do with the clear trash bag? Here, materials are placed inside of a fresh, transparent trash bag that has been sprayed down internally with a disinfectant. Once loaded, the bag is tied off, and the materials are manipulated from the outside. This technique prohibits the use of heat sources commonly used to sterilize tools. So what he's saying is you put all your stuff inside of a clear plastic bag that's been completely disinfected the inside, and then you just work. So I've got to be a little awkward, but you're grabbing whatever you're grabbing with the plastic bag and moving it around. There's probably a few things you can do with that pretty reasonably. Sounds a little difficult, but that's a technique. Okay? It reminds me of, I have down in the lab, I haven't used it yet. This is what it reminds me of, is they have a product out there. I haven't used it yet, but I bought one. And it's a inflatable glove box. It's inflatable. So it's just sitting there plastic, but you blow it up, and it's this big balloon, and you put your hands, and you work inside the balloon. It's all clear plastic around it. I should get that out, blow it up, and do a little video of that in the next day or two. What do you guys think? It's literally sitting down there. I've never used it. Interesting. But it's like a portable still air box made out of plastic. The next thing to use. Wouldn't that be interesting? Exception, I haven't used it yet. Like, for some reason, I remember when I first heard of it, I was like, oh, I got to go get one. Had it mailed to me, and I sat there and I looked at it, and then I put it away, and I haven't looked at it for a couple of months. even more. I've had it down there for a while. Glove box is the next thing that you would use. So we did propane heat, kitchen heat, this weird plastic bag tech. Now let's go to a glove box. A popular option, glove boxes are clean and semi-sealed wooden, plastic, or cardboard containers that host a viewing window and optionally gloves. My second glove box, this is a quick hint to you guys, for $130. It's a lot of money, but it's worth every penny of it. Every penny. For $130, you go to, what's the name of that? Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, and you get their Sandblaster box. It's a big red box. You put your gloves, put your hand inside their gloves. It's got a viewing window. You take that, you cut off the gloves at the wrist, the plastic gloves that are inside, but you leave the whole sleeve that's attached. You put your plastic gloves on your hands and you reach in there, put a little light inside that. You have the best glove box you can ever imagine. Ever imagine. And it's very sterile, not sterile, very aseptic, very clean. You seal it, it's got a compression seal on the door, the works. If you think about it, the Sandblast box is the bomb. And I used that for 2 years before I finally made my first flow hood. So, a variety of glove box designs exist, but all should be big enough to allow mobility of the user's hands, be well sealed off from outside drafts, and allow the user to clearly see inside, and to be clean with a disinfectant. Arms enter the box through the holes cut in the front or the side walls of the box. Permanent gloves can be installed in these holes to reduce air currents. A box about 3 feet tall is recommended to accommodate for the height needed to easily inoculate tall containers. Prior to working in a glove box, wash all interior surfaces with soap and water and then with a disinfectant. Once the glove box is loaded with materials, close the lid and spray the interior with a disinfectant to scrub the air. Caution is advised when using alcohol to spray the glove box interior. If an open flame is present, a fireball can erupt inside the box. I know from personal experience, he says. Here's an example, here's illustration of a glove box. This is the kind where you literally, let me show you. In his here, this lid literally flips up and flips down. I've made one like that once, but after a while it's like, I don't want a glove box. I want more. But he's got a light in there at the back. Okay. That's his glove box. We're going to read one more. Okay. This is called a shmuv box. Shmuv box. Okay. S-H, spell it with me. Shmuv box. And S-H-M-U-V. A shmuv box. This portable and discreet option uses a small HEPA filter to blow clean air into a large trash bag. Small holes cut in the bag for arms also allow for air to escape, creating a positive pressure environment inside. Yes, Eric's got it spelled correctly, an S-H-M-U-V. For all HEPA filters used in aseptic work, a 99.99% filtration efficiency is recommended. However, the 99.97 filters for this very small personal HEPA filter can be used for shmuv boxes. Let me show you a drawing of a shmuv box. What he's done. It's very basic. He has a HEPA filter. And he takes a plastic bag. He makes sure that the plastic bag's probably taped all the way around the HEPA filter with a fan blowing. So it's a HEPA filter with a fan blowing. It's going to blow this plastic bag up. And he cuts two little holes right here to put his hands in so he can work inside the plastic bag that's filled with air being blown by the HEPA. And a little bit will escape around your arm, your hand area, okay? But at the end of the day, it's a positive pressure. So this right here is called a shmuv. Shmuv box. Okay? And it's blowing out. So tomorrow, we'll talk about laminar flow hoods and spawn running spaces. JT, is that pretty smart? The old shmuv box. And it's very inexpensive because a 99.97 filter is going to be about half the cost of the 99.99. About half the cost. There's the big difference. Okay? Kelly's got a good point there too. Amazon has fan tents, but be sure that in front of the fan you run your HEPA filters. Okay? Now, just with today's ideas, just with what I showed you guys today, can't you be creative? Who just felt creative? Who just thought, you know what? I got some neat ideas coming on. Or let's remember, tomorrow's Creative Friday. We have RX, who's already given me his idea. I took pictures of it. He's got an amazing creative idea that he's working on. I can't wait to show you guys tomorrow. Okay? This stuff it's fun to create in your lab and be creative. That's why mycology is so great. It grows our brain. We're growing before we grow. You know what I mean? We're growing before we grow. Any $3.70 stores. I would love that. Buy a coconut from someone. RX, Kim, Nervous, and Raman Effer are all going to show us something their creative sides tomorrow. Okay? RX already have his. I'm very proud of him, too. Very proud of him. Do you guys want to see RXs today? Well, it's going to take us into overtime, 1 minute of overtime. I'm going to show you guys RXs today. RX sent me this. He's already ahead of it. He had till Friday and he sent it in already. It's a painting. But you think that, it's just, send me a picture of a painting. No. This is what I've been working on all week, Pops. My dad asked me to make him a logo for his video company. He films bands around Maine and posts them for publicity for the music scene. I'm still not done. I'm hoping to tackle more after Microdose and tea. Then he writes. He's also going to print shirts of this. I've been putting it off for a month. And the prompt to volunteer and be creative lit a little fire under me, and it's going pretty dang good, Pops. Yeah. Darn right it is. That's a great little drawing he's got going. I had to write back, tell him how great it is. Okay? Let's light fires under each other. Fire lighters. Let's light fires under each other. Yeah. Love it. That's what it was all about. Okay. We're going to riddle me this. Riddle me this for the final prize, and let's get out of here. Okay? Thank you, Greenie. Riddle me this. Get ready. Get your riddle heads on. The first person to answer correctly wins the final box of today, and you know there's a really big bag of apes in there. Excuse me, ghosts. Okay? 2 in a corner. 1 in a room. 0 in a house. But 1 in a shelter. What am I? Not a personal trainer. I know, I'm teasing. A wall. a dog, a shelf, a circle, homeless. Liam nailed it. Liam got it. It's the letter R. Right behind him was Faye. Faye, you were so close. Liam's just a tenth of an inch faster than you, girl. Next time you're going to get it. Liam got it, the letter R. I am the letter R. 2 in a corner. There's 2 R's in corner. 1 in a room. There's 1 R in room. 0 in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I? I'm the letter R. R, 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 R. Liam, are riddles okay for you guys? Give me 5 before I do this one more time. Riddles, are they too easy? Are they too hard? Or just throw them in occasionally? Throw them in occasionally. Oh, I know, Cinnamon Girl, I was teasing you. Spiritual, they make you think, don't they? You kind of like them? Throw them in. We got to keep things live. We got to be creative. Pops has to sit around and go, how can I be creative? I got to be a creative at tea. I'm not going to be the same old boring Pops every day. No, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. That's what this card says. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough. And I'm free to love myself. Creativity is infectious at her. And it's, you want to motivate. You know what I mean? You just want to motivate people. Tomorrow we're doing Creative Day, we're doing MAP, and we're doing mail call. I have a mail call tomorrow. Okay? So we've got this beautiful, beautiful little fellow right here. Thank you, Cinnamon Girl. That's sweet. And we have the 3.85. It's almost 4 grams. That's quite a opportunity to medicate yourself appropriately. Okay? And that goes to Liam, my friend. Liam, would you please get me your address over at fungi2u.com, and we will get this out to you. Beautiful day, you guys. Have a folk music day. What does that mean? Have a beautiful day, you guys. Pops, peace, love. Out. It's quite a fright, Kimberly. There were 3 big frights there today. 3 big frights. Satter, thank you for being here. You helped make it a good show. Mushmouth, Tatty Tad, and Cinnamon, love you. And Sandy, Mountain Musk Fest coming up. Okay, Kimberly and Eric Montgomery. Oh, don't talk about Garth right now. Jesus Christ. And Liam, thank you. Cinnamon Girl and Slingy Sling. And Whiskey and Lee and Nat, bonjour. And Sadie and Unrested. Get me that address, bro. Wilfred is here. Nice to see you, bro. Heidi and Caitlin. Thank you, Caitlin. Liam and Slingy and Jake Snakes. Green Table, Poncho, Lad Rand. I like saying that name. Beth and Satter and Spiritual and Matthew S., my pal. Penny Pack Hottie, April and Jimmy Max to the max, and M. Phillips and Cappy Pants and Koopy Loopy, and Jesus Christ and Faye the Farmer Blackhawk, Kimberly the Golden Bolden, Smoldy Moldy, Terry Newman, Spiritual. I like saying your names. I'm a crazy dude, am I not? Do you guys like me yelling out your name? Unrested Civilian, thank you. Shasta, Eric, the Montgomery, I won't call you a machine, but you still are. Mike, David, and Greg Happ, Faye, the Exception, Wilfred, Satter, Jesus Christ, Lad, Slowy, Slow, and the Normals. Okay, thank you, Pops. Peace, love each other. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. I promise.